Discussion and possible action regarding tentative adoption of the Town of Carefree budget for fiscal year 2012-13 and call for a special meeting and public hearing thereon. Just so everyone from the public understands how this budget process works, we actually have two meetings concerning the budget. Tonight's meeting is to set the bottom line. That is, once we adopt this bottom line number, which is in the order of $6 million, that's what we can spend. We can spend no more than that. We can spend as little as we choose. Assuming we approve this tonight, then we will advertise for a public hearing, and at the July 10th meeting, we will formally adopt the budget, which is done by department number. So it's a two-step process. Tonight, we're adopting the bottom line. The formal budget is intended to be adopted at the July 10th meeting. Mr. Keene, Mr. Neiss, please lead us through the budget. And I would mention to everyone, the water company budget was the fastest budget because when I turned it over to Megan, her first comment was, any questions? There were no questions, and we approved the water company budget. You have a tough standard, Mr. Neiss.
All right, we have a nimble budget. The annual budget process can be viewed as a forecast or a plan for a 12-month period beginning on July 1st. Each year, through an open collaborative effort, we forecast potential revenue streams based upon local trends along with state projections while planning for community investments to better serve the citizens and Carefree businesses. As the mayor articulated, it's a two-step process, but what led to this two-step process is a series of public workshops in which we met as a council and community and discussed department by department the budget and the proposed investments. So after tonight, we have the remaining step, which is the formal adoption, which will take place on July 10th. It's important to note that as typical of an individual household budget during the course of the town's fiscal year, based upon supporting revenues, the investments can be refined, delayed, and/or operational savings implemented. Over the course of the last several fiscal years, the town has successfully navigated the Great Recession by reducing operational expenses by several $100,000. Also, in the past fiscal year, we also reduced operational expenses by over $250,000. These are some of those examples of those respective savings. As indicated earlier, the annual budget forecasts town's revenues. The largest town's revenue stream is our municipal sales tax. Currently, the sales tax revenue trend is up 10% for the fiscal year. We are anticipating, based upon these trends and state projections, that a conservative increase of 3% will continue into the next fiscal year. We also will have some additional revenue coming from increase in special events, utility revenues, and state share revenue to a tune of approximately $70,000. Typically, the most discussed issue within any budget are community investments. This year, the largest investment by far is capital projects at approximately $1.4 million of the approximately $6.5 million budget. This category is highlighted by one of the largest street improvement projects in recent town history. There is also significant capital asset investments, the largest being a grant that we'll be receiving through MAG to purchase a town street sweeper. There are also critical investments being made in town marketing. We just articulated that investment through the Owens-Harkey plan to ensure that we continue to fuel our economic engine, our diverse business community. This will help to ensure that we continue to build upon our growing vibrancy of our tax base. It's important to note that the majority of funding to pay for the town marketing comes directly from the businesses themselves. So this is a self-funding account that helps pay for the marketing of the town, our tax base. The final investment, which is included in the budget, is raises to town staff, which have been significant contributors to the hundreds of thousands of dollars saved over the last several years in operational efficiencies. In summary, taking a high-level look at the proposed annual budget, the budget is balanced, and we anticipate, under the current assumptions, that we'll operate in the black. We make significant capital investments, and we support a diversification of the existing tax base by providing a self-funded town marketing program. The bottom line expenditure we issue in front of you tonight is setting that expenditure at $6,450,871. Now, it's interesting to note that that figure there is less than some of the debt service of some of these surrounding communities. That points to the town's solvency, points to our conservative values, and points to the leadership of this community, both past and present, and we should all be applauded for that. That concludes my presentation, Mayor. I'm sorry it was a little bit longer, but I'll be glad to address any questions.
Other questions or comments from the council?
Then, John, again, I think for clarification purposes, you talked about the businesses paying into the self-funded marketing program. Would it be fair to say that of the $80,000 that is proposed in the budget for Owen Hockey, $40,000 is derived from the vendor permits in conjunction with the events that are held in the center of town?
Yes.
I would like to thank the staff for all your efforts in looking into grants all throughout the year, as well as finding those operational expenses that we can cut down on. Thank you.
Well said.